Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to the next adventure. We are going to Isla Isabela today and it is 6 a.m. In about 30 minutes my boat is going to leave. I will go from Puerto Ayora to Isla Isabela and from there I'm going to do a tour, and I will keep my fingers crossed for myself because I am hoping to get to see some penguins today, which will be the very first time that I'm seeing penguins in their natural habitat. My boat is going to leave in about 30 minutes from there. And I already did the check-in. Now I just gotta wait a little bit and then I'm ready to go. We just had to pay $1 of tax to use the port here, and then we went to another filter to get our luggage checked as always here in Galapagos, and we are now going to our boat and to embark it. All right, pretty much. Ooh, look at that. All right, take two. What I was going to say is that pretty much after exactly 2 hours, I arrived on Isla Isabela. Here I had to pay something like an entry tax of $10, and they gave me a paper. Did I already lose it? Oh God. Now these iguanas kind of caught me off it. I had it in my hand. There it is, I still have it. So you cannot lose these papers. I think I have to return them when I get out of here. Anyway, $10 here, and then we also saw some penguins already. Actually, there were some in the water close to our boat, and I tried to film them, but I'm not sure if you can see them that well on the camera. Anyway, I'm very excited to be here, and I hope that we will get to see even more penguins today, of course. Well, I gotta find my tour now. So I thought I would have to look for my guide, but my guide already found me. I have no idea how she did it because there are lots of Dutch people here that look kind of like me, and I've never met her. But she approached me directly. She was like, "Are you Alina?" And I was like, "Yeah, who are you? Why do you know my name?" That was kind of weird, but I guess she's a good one. Anyway, I just bought an empanada because I'm a little bit hungry, and we are going to start the tour in only 10 minutes. This is where we are going to start. I think there should be the boat that is waiting for us. And this is the plan, the tour that I'm going to do today. There are like different places for snorkeling. We will only do one, I think. But also, look at that, it says there are penguins. So, on those places here. And piqueros, those are the typical birds that you can see here on the island. They actually look super funny. I hope that I will get to see them from closer up now, because yesterday I also saw them, but like from further away, and I didn't get a good picture of them. But they look super cute. We just drove about 5 minutes and we are going to get changed now and start with the snorkeling right away. And they said we might see sharks here, turtles, and fish obviously. I just heard that the sharks here are up to 2 meters big. It would be so much bigger than those yesterday's, or not so much bigger, but bigger, that's for sure. I'm a bit worried. Our guys just jumped into the water and now we are going somewhere over there. We just finished snorkeling. Apparently there was a shark at some point. I didn't see it, unfortunately, but anyway, we saw 3 huge sea turtles, like seriously huge. I've never seen turtles that big, so that was kind of cool. And at the beginning we were swimming through a canyon, and well, that was a little bit tough because there was a current that was a little bit exhausting, but in general the sight was not the best. Clearly yesterday I had a way better sight in general, and we saw way more fish. Like here we saw one parrotfish that was like a big colorful fish, but that was it. So yesterday there were way more fish. We did continue a little bit further and we passed a very strong current. It was super exhausting, but anyway, we can see some iguanas here now, some big ones, and also a penguin that is so cute. We are going to do a little hike now on an island that is made of volcanic rocks. You can see them here behind me actually. If you touch them, they are super warm. They actually kind of save heat. And that is also why in this area there are some sharks. And that is also why in the water, for example, at some parts, the water was way warmer than in other parts. That was because there were some of those volcanic rocks, for example, in the canyon that we passed right at the beginning. Our guide just told us that sharks enjoy this place because it is warmer. And also I noticed it, like when we passed this canyon, it was way warmer than in other areas, for example. There is nestling season currently, so the iguanas, they have their nests here, and we gotta be a little bit careful. I hope you can actually see it, but there in the water below me, there are quite a lot of sharks. There was one sea turtle that I also saw and an eagle ray. I wasn't able to film that one, but we've seen eagle rays before when we were snorkeling. There were two of them, and our guide said they were probably, making a baby. But we didn't see them that well because they were obviously quite far away and just a little bit above the water. And then there's also lots of iguanas here. I think they look super cute and like tiny little dinosaurs. We are back on the boat, and actually there behind me on that side there are some Galapagos penguins and also the blue-footed boobies that are the typical birds here on the Galapagos Islands. They look super fun because it actually looks like they stepped into paint, into blue paint with their foot. It looks kind of unnatural. We just came back to the land and we just saw a sea lion family, a female, a male, and the baby. That was super cute. And there are some giant iguanas over there. Those are huge. They are chilling in the sun on the beach. What a life. We are now waiting for a truck that'll take us to some place. I'm not exactly sure what is coming up next. I'm not sure if it's the flamingos, maybe. But we'll see. It'll be a bit of a surprise, I guess. First of all, we are going to have a little lunch now. It is actually already lunchtime and I am a bit hungry, so that's perfectly fine. Lunch was really good. We had some juice with a soup. They always serve soup here in Ecuador before they serve the main dish. And I think it's in general cool, but here in Galapagos it's a bit hot for that. But anyway, soup was good. And then we had some fish with plantain and with rice and lentils, which was also very good. We are now at a small lagoon here where we can actually see some flamingos, and they are super close. They are 5 to 8 meters away from us, I would say. I've never seen them from so close up. They are beautiful and majestic animals. I love it. And it is a lagoon that is right in the city here on Isla Isabela, which is quite unusual. But they don't nest here, they actually just rest here and feed here because there's also danger here from animals such as dogs or whatever that would chase them. We are at the giant tortoise breeding center, and you can see some of them there behind me. Those are already big ones, obviously. We will learn something about how they protect the giant turtles here of the island. So here in the center, they actually try to repopulate the islands with turtles, because if you've seen the other video the other day, you've heard about Lonesome George. That was the last one of his kind, and well, he died in 2012, I think, and now his species is extincted. In order to prevent things like that, they have these kind of centers here, various ones on the Galapagos Islands, to protect the turtles. They actually have a lot of tortoises here from various islands and also from various areas of the islands, trying to repopulate each island. All right, I just came back to the port. It was a very interesting day, very interesting tour, and I am so happy that we saw such a huge of diversity on animals. It is the end of our tour here on Isla Isabela, meaning that now I need to take the ferry to go back to Santa Cruz and Puerto Ayora. My highlight of the day were clearly the penguins. I think there are not that many places on Earth where you can actually see wild penguins, so I'm super happy that we got to see them here. It's time for me to catch the ferry. It is not the end of the video yet because I really want to show you one more place back in Puerto Ayora, so hang on with me. We gotta wait until tomorrow though, because I need like really good sunlight and it will be late when I arrive there. Hang on there and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, here we are at a viewpoint. I wanted to show you the impressive overview of the whole town of Puerto Ayora, which you can see here behind me. This is the port, and then we also have a very beautiful view over the volcano that is hiding a little bit behind the clouds. And of course you can see the endless jungle very, very beautiful views. This viewpoint is very close to the town. It is completely free to visit, and you will walk about 20 to 50 minutes depending on where you actually stay. Now with that, I just wanted to say goodbye for this video. Goodbye to Islas Galapagos, because this is actually the last day I'm going to spend here, and I'm just going to turn on vacation mode and relax a little bit on the beaches that are also nearby, and well, enjoy my last hours here on the island. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I definitely did enjoy it a lot, and I've seen a lot of diversity of animals here in the area of Galapagos Islands. I really recommend you to also check out different islands here in this area, because it is really worth it to also see other parts and not just stay on one island. Anyway, each one has a lot to offer and a lot of different things to see, so make sure to plan your trip ahead and make sure to think about what are the things you really want to see. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel, because even though we are done yet here in Galapagos Island and also in Ecuador, future adventures are going to be waiting for us. Thanks a lot for watching, thanks a lot for joining me on this adventure, and I will hopefully see you next week.